Certainly. Below is a detailed 1,000-word article that takes inspiration from NASA's statements and clarifications regarding apocalyptic claims and end-of-the-world predictions, particularly focusing on a scenario where people thought the world might end in September. NASA says the world is not going to end in September. Throughout history, there have been numerous predictions about the end of the world, and many of them have revolved around astronomical events, such as asteroids, comets, or even solar flares. One of the most infamous examples is the supposed end-of-the-world predictions that claimed the Earth would be destroyed or dramatically altered on specific dates. September has often been a focal point for such predictions, with some claiming that asteroids, planetary alignments, or other cosmic events would bring about global destruction. However, NASA, the U.S. space agency, has consistently debunked such claims and reassured the public that the Earth is safe. Most recently, NASA once again addressed these concerns by publicly declaring that the world is not going to end in September or anytime soon. #the end of the world predictions. One of the main reasons that the September end of the world predictions gained attention was due to misinformation circulating online and in popular media. Social media platforms and fringe websites have become breeding grounds for apocalyptic prophecies, many of which are based on distorted interpretations of scientific events or even fabricated ideas. For example, some of the recent claims revolved around the idea of a planetary alignment or a large asteroid heading towards Earth, which would supposedly trigger the planet's demise. The idea of a catastrophic event in September was partly tied to the alignment of certain planets, which some conspiracy theorists believed would cause devastating gravitational effects on Earth. Others pointed to supposed scientific evidence about an asteroid's orbit that would bring it dangerously close to the Earth. Despite the fervent discussions on the internet, these claims were not based on any credible scientific evidence. #NASA's reassurance. As one of the most trusted space agencies in the world, NASA has been quick to counter such end-of-the-world predictions. In a series of official statements and public outreach efforts, NASA explained that there is no reason to believe that Earth faces any imminent threat in September or beyond. NASA regularly monitors the skies for potential hazards, such as asteroids and comets, and employs sophisticated technology to track objects that could pose a danger to Earth. The agency also emphasized that there is no known asteroid on a collision course with Earth in the foreseeable future. NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office, PDCO, is tasked with detecting, tracking, and characterizing near-Earth objects, NEOs, that could pose a risk. The PDCO has found no evidence of any asteroid or other celestial body that would threaten Earth in the near future, and NASA has continually updated its data to reassure the public. #the science behind the claims. Many of the end-of-the-world scenarios that circulate on the internet are based on misunderstandings or deliberate misinterpretations of scientific facts. For example, the idea of a planetary alignment causing catastrophic effects is based on a misunderstanding of gravitational forces. While planets do exert gravitational pull on one another, the effects of their alignments are minuscule and have no practical impact on Earth. NASA has explained that planetary alignments are a natural occurrence and do not pose any threat to our planet. Similarly, the claims about an asteroid heading towards Earth are often based on misreported data. There are thousands of asteroids in our solar system, and NASA tracks the trajectories of many of them. However, the vast majority of these objects pose no danger to Earth. The orbits of these asteroids are well understood, and any potential risks are continuously monitored. NASA's ability to detect and track near-Earth objects is one of the reasons why these doomsday predictions are largely unfounded. With a network of telescopes and observatories, NASA can identify potential threats and work to develop mitigation strategies, if necessary. In fact, one of NASA's ongoing missions is to develop the technology to prevent an asteroid from colliding with Earth, should such a scenario arise in the distant future. #the role of misinformation. The spread of misinformation is a significant factor contributing to the proliferation of doomsday predictions. In the digital age, rumors, unfounded theories, and hoaxes can spread quickly across social media and the internet. Often, These theories gain traction because they play on people's fears and anxieties about the unknown. One of the most well-known doomsday predictions occurred in 2012, when some people believed that the Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world. As we now know, 2012 came and went without incident, but that prediction left a lasting legacy of skepticism and fear surrounding future apocalyptic scenarios. Similarly, the predictions for September have been heavily influenced by such misinformation. Social media platforms, in particular, have been a hotspot for the propagation of these theories. However, NASA's repeated statements and public outreach efforts have worked to counter these claims and provide clarity based on scientific evidence. #NASA's public outreach efforts. In addition to its official statements, NASA has made a concerted effort to educate the public about space science and the real risks that exist. One of the ways NASA has addressed these concerns is through public outreach programs and educational initiatives. By offering resources on topics such as planetary defense, asteroid tracking, and the science of space exploration, NASA aims to debunk myths and help the public better understand the true risks facing Earth. NASA's efforts include providing detailed information on their website, hosting live events, and working with the media to ensure accurate scientific reporting. These initiatives are part of the agency's broader mission to promote science literacy and combat the spread of false information. #The real threats to Earth. While there are no immediate threats to Earth, it is important to acknowledge that there are real challenges facing our planet. Issues such as climate change, global pandemics, and the potential for conflict remain significant risks to human civilization. However, these threats are not apocalyptic in nature, and they are largely manageable if the global community acts in a coordinated and scientific manner. NASA continues to play a critical role in monitoring the environment and studying the impact of human activity on the planet. For instance, NASA's Earth Observatory monitors climate patterns and provides critical data to help mitigate the effects of climate change. Additionally, NASA's exploration of space may one day offer humanity the opportunity to better understand the cosmos and identify ways to safeguard our planet from cosmic threats in the distant future. Conclusion. In conclusion, NASA's reassurance that the world is not going to end in September is grounded in solid scientific data and years of careful observation. While apocalyptic predictions often capture the public's imagination, they are not based on credible evidence or scientific fact. NASA's expertise in space science, planetary defense, and environmental monitoring ensures that the Earth's future remains secure for now. As we look to the future, it is important to remain vigilant and informed about the true risks that face humanity, such as climate change and the possibility of a pandemic. However, these challenges are not the result of cosmic events, but rather human actions that can be addressed through concerted global efforts. Ultimately, the message from NASA is clear. While the world may face challenges, there is no reason to believe that it will end in September or any time soon. Instead, it is up to humanity to work together to tackle the real threats facing our planet, with the support of science and technology guiding the way. This article provides an in-depth understanding of NASA's efforts to debunk apocalyptic predictions, particularly regarding a supposed end-of-the-world scenario in September, and highlights the importance of relying on credible scientific sources for information about global threat.